Aloha! Welcome back to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Gina Ryan, and I'm so happy to be with you again today as we consider the many ways to bring your mind and body back to its natural peace and calm. In today's episode, I'm talking about 8 ways that positive actions can help reduce anxiety. We often spend a lot of time in negative thinking when we're anxious, negative thinking about what's going to happen or what could possibly happen, or the effects of what is happening to us right now, and they're always in the negative. So I wanted to pull up some positive actions to help us lean a little bit more toward the positive side of life. It really is a good thing to do. You know, positive psychology focuses on traits and thinking patterns and behaviors and experiences that are forward thinking, that are leaning toward going in a good direction. And these can help improve the quality of life. And it helps us to actually then find and apply our strengths and build on them rather than just always looking at the problem, what's wrong with us, what's wrong with the situation, etc. So positive psychology cultivates kindness. It asks you to find your flow, to express gratitude, and to discover your strengths. And I really believe that's a lot of what we talk about here, because all of those things help us to stay out of the negative mindset that anxiety has us spending so much time in. When you develop a positive mindset, you set yourself up for happier and less anxious life. With the stressful and hectic pace that we are all involved in these days, you know, it's summertime when I am recording this, and I happen to remember when I was a kid, we had like real dog days of summer, like August, because we didn't start school until September. August was like this long, logy month of, it was hot and there wasn't anything to do. We'd kind of already taken all the juice out of the summer vacation. And we don't seem to experience that anymore. There are no dog days of summer. We are really in a hectic pace, even through our vacation and summer times. So we want to have a more joyful existence. And so I want to give you some more ideas on how to have that more joyful existence, because anxiety is only a piece of you. And the more you can lean toward the other beautiful parts of your life, the less room there will be for the anxiety to take root. Now, it might take some practice to change our negative thoughts, our negative patterns, to cultivate kindness, to find our flow, and discover our strengths, but it is certainly worth the effort. You really can do it. I want you to apply these strategies now to really invigorate your everyday life. These are positive actions that you can really sink your teeth into. First off, I want you to tell yourself, remind yourself, whether this is in your journal or just a little affirmation you say to yourself, that you can handle something even if it doesn't work out. This is really powerful because we're not saying everything has to be perfect in order for us to feel good and be able to have a powerful day. I hope you will try it. Being positive means that you'll land on your feet regardless of what happens. It doesn't mean that everything around you has to be perfect and in order. You'll be able to get through whatever comes up. This is part of why we're so anxious, is we think we cannot handle it if XYZ happens. When you truly know that you can handle things and you live this as if you believe it, you'll be one of the most positive people alive. I want you to next consider increasing your sense of humor. If you ordered a piece of furniture and it didn't fit in the room when it was delivered, when the guys came, I want you to try to laugh about it. recognize it as kind of a humorous thing. Like, how did I get this thing that was too big? It's not unsolvable. You can return the piece of furniture. You can shop for another one. So it's inconvenient, but it's not dangerous. So smile, give a little chuckle, and remind yourself that tomorrow is another day and another opportunity to get it right. The next one that I want you to try is to set some time aside each day to work toward an important goal. No matter what your goal is, if you feel psyched up about it, if you do one thing to work toward it every single day, it will give you a positive lift. You don't have to accomplish it all in one day. Just do one piece of your project or the goal that you are working toward. Next, let's get physical. Walk around the block. Think about it. How long has it been since you've used your body's core to walk fast, to run, or to jog? Believe me, you'll feel invigorated and accomplished when you get it done. Of course, I want you to take good care and heed your body's health and its abilities and your doctor's advice on exercise, but if you can't go very far, that's okay. We can deal with that. If you are healthy enough to get up and walk around the block and you feel like you can't do it, well, let's just start small, just like I tell you with meditation. So let's start small with walking or jogging or running, whatever you want to call it. Go for 15 steps and then rest, and then go another 15 steps and rest. Same if you're starting to jog. There's a name for it. Oh, darn it. I don't think I can remember it off the top of my head. But it's where you kind of shuffle along and then you run and then you shuffle along and then you run. It's how people walk themselves or shuffle themselves, if you will, into a running routine. Give it a try. Get physical. You'll feel good even if all you do is 1 minute of this 15 steps and rest, 15 steps and rest. You did something and you can build on it. Next, I want you to acknowledge that you will do something. Rather than being disappointed about something that you didn't do or something that you didn't do well, I want you to vow that you will work to achieve one thing in the future. And I want you to use the word I am as if you are doing it by not saying, I'm going to try, or I might give it a go. I want you to say, if you have something that you need to get done, that you wanted to work on, I am. And then follow through. I am clearing out my emails for today. That doesn't mean that you're trying to do it or you're going to do it, in the future. I am going to do this. I am doing this. And that has power. Those words, I am. You've put yourself in the place where you are actually practicing and you're thinking and speaking in a positive way. The more definitive you can be, the more likely your life will advance in these positive ways. And number 6, write what's good about you. Put this in your journal. You know I was going to bring up the journal eventually because it is one of our most handy tools. Even though it may feel strange to write down things that are good about yourself, I want you to do it. And list your positive attributes. I want you to brag about yourself. I want you to say all of the things that you do well, all of the things that are good about you, and really take a look at it rather than just skim over it. If I were to ask you to write down 10 things about your friend, you could come up with them. I want you to be looking at yourself as your friend today and write down the things that are good about you, the things that are your positive attributes, and spend some time, kind of puff your chest out a little bit and be proud of those things. We've all got them. And I don't want you to follow it up with, yeah, but, or, it used to be better or nothing. Only put down what is good about you. I think you'll kind of smile at the end of it. You might surprise yourself with some of the lovely things you are all about that you are not really paying attention to on a day-to-day basis. And this isn't what's good about you in the eyes of the world. This is about what's good about you from your eyes, from your point of view, your values. This is what's important right now. And number 7, think about yourself as being strong. When you are doing something physical, maybe you're at the gym or you're doing your walk around the block, I want you to think about yourself as I am strong. I can do hard things. Or let's say you're working around the house and you had to move a bunch of furniture in order to do that heavy cleaning behind it or the vacuuming behind it. And you're tired and you have to put everything back again. And I want you to say, I can finish this job because of my strength. When you have something difficult that you're working on at work or with the family, I want you to say, I can do hard things. I am strong. When your anxiety is starting to niggle in the back of your mind and making your body get that beginning anxious sensation because you're going to do something difficult, I want you to remind yourself, say it in your head, I can do hard things. Hard things are not necessarily dangerous things. Difficulty is not necessarily dangerous. I can do hard things. Next, I want you to tell yourself that you can do it. When you're in the middle of something, I want you to use those words, I can do it. I can do it. It's a great mantra. It's simple, it's short, and if you repeat it over and over again, you're going to be starting to convince yourself that you can get through not only a grueling or challenging experience, but some of life's more mundane but difficult things. It's a great mantra to keep, and you can keep yourself striving for excellence as you use it. You don't have to achieve excellence. You don't have to tear yourself down because you didn't do something perfectly, but we can strive for excellence. We can call our body to do the best that it can. We can call on our mind to do the best that it can. This is a way that we can use our positive actions and help to reduce the stress and anxiety that so wears on us and keeps us in a negative state of mind. And now for today's quote. We shall see but a little way if we require to understand what we see. And that's from Henry David Thoreau. I'll be back in a few more days with another podcast. Until then, be well and aloha.